Ozwald Boateng has experienced many professional highs and lows, but now with stores up and running around the world, he is increasingly turning his attention to Africa. What's your vision for Africa?
My vision? I think Africa actually is the fact that it's very underdeveloped has been its greatest advantage. The fact that it's been left to last is its greatest advantage. Platform for a greater message. In fact, the message is, what can Africa be over the next 20, 30, 40 years? And, it was kind of like, I see Africa as a blank sheet of paper. So why don't we do everything, learn from everyone else's mistake and do it right?
Recently, he joined forces with two friends, Chris Cleverly and Hassan Kimbugwe, to form Made in Africa, an organization designed to finance projects that promote wealth and self-sufficiency in Africa.
Made in Africa is an organization that myself and Ozwald and Chris set up. And really, it was more to find solutions for Africa, to take it upon ourselves, just like every African should, to find the right solutions for Africa. We just felt that it was enough just for us to sit on our laurels and just wait for our appointed leaders to do it, or just anyone else to do it for us. We felt as just Africans, we need to get involved and also have a concerted effort in finding solutions for Africa.
And they have taken steps to help find solutions. Boateng has put on fashion shows in Ghana to raise money and awareness about the country. He has also started lobbying politicians, both in Africa and in Europe, to make a change for the continent. They invited me to share a ride with them as they traveled to Downing Street, home of the British Prime Minister. They were there to meet the British government's African experts.
And I spoke to Gordon Brown at the beginning of the year. I got invited down to Chequers to...
As one does.
Well, fortunately, I was invited. And I put this idea across to him. And the thing about Gordon, he's very personal on the one-on-one, and he really listens. So we're meeting Gareth, and we're also meeting Brendan Cox, special advisor to Gordon Brown.
It's one thing, one person here saying that this is what I want my money to be used for, but on the ground it might be totally be different. You might be sending me a mosquito net to cure me from malaria, but actually, if you found ways of making that sewage system or that drainage system such that the mosquitoes stop breeding, that might be a better solution for me. So if we have more effort into doing that, then you won't have to be sending me mosquito nets, or you won't be spending a hell lot of money sending me mosquito nets. So if you had bothered to consult me, then we'd have a better way forward. And that's what Made in Africa really means, that these solutions should be made in Africa. It should be the Africans themselves, people who were made in Africa, to contribute to these solutions and pull themselves out, as opposed to being dictated upon.
When we talk about our short-term goals, our short-term goal was to create a paradigm of a way in which something could work in a small way. I mean, these were big ideas. We're building sustainable cities over, 160 acres. In the middle of Kampala. So we're hoping that when we build that and it's finished, it'll be something that other cities would be able to replicate, other countries in Africa would be able to replicate. Perhaps globally, they could learn that from the lessons that we've been through. So we started off small to get big, but then we've now realized that the problem of Africa is that it's not coordinated. And what we hope now to do is to bring together all the different agencies and all those committed individuals, corporations, entrepreneurs together in a way in which they can actually expand along much more bigger infrastructure projects. If you look at India and you look at China, they were opened up by railways. If you look about America, it was opened up by a railway. The Trans-Siberian Railway opened up Russia. So big infrastructural projects which join the countries together in Africa are key. But how are you going to be able to achieve that when you've got to go over different borders, different languages, different currencies? That's actually a bigger issue.
We can't just leave it in the hands of government and say that they've got to resolve all the issues. It's also from the ground up. It's about collaboration. It's about simple projects. I want to build a building here. I need to get a road from here to here. I mean, I don't know any government in Africa is going to give you a hard time about building a road from there to here if there's a commercial benefit for them. And I think that's ultimately, if the bottom line is about making money, we know that if we get a road from here to here, we're going to be able to increase business maybe 100%, 200, 300%. You have issues, you experience issues, but that doesn't mean you don't try to do it.
Then the long-term goal is to find a way how we can continue serving way forward, serving in ways that we can help alleviate these issues. Short term, obviously, is to create beautiful environments for our people to live in, a beautiful environment for our people to enterprise in.
Enterprise and politics have seldom worked in harmony in Africa, but Boateng believes it's a problem that can be worked through going forward. And as the three friends stride purposefully towards Britain's traditional seat of power, very little looks likely to get in their way.
And you've got to bear in mind that Africa is 53 countries. So, you know, we're not saying we've got to get all 53 right first hit. But, you know, I think you could probably get 20 right.
Are the leaders there, leaders in Africa, in Ghana, are they doing enough themselves?
Well, the thing is sometimes leaders, sometimes it's got to marry leadership or with business and entrepreneurs, because, you know, maybe you don't understand the language. I mean, you know, there's one thing creating policy and there's another thing knowing how to take £1 and make it 50. You know, it's different. So I think first and foremost, this unlocking value would make the political leaders' lives a lot easier, because it means they have more resources to spend with the people.
The meeting at Downing Street was one of many that has been scheduled over the coming months. The stated objective is to make sure that people who can make a difference are aware of Made in Africa's agenda. Coming up, we look at what transformed Ozwald Boateng from a London-based designer to an activist trying to kickstart Africa's economy.